Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will learn how to call a cloud flow from a desktop flow in Power Automate Desktop. So please watch this video till then so that you can understand it completely. And if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it. So let's get started. We all know that we can easily invoke a desktop flow from the cloud flow, right? But how do we call a cloud flow from a desktop flow? For that, what we had to do is we have to use invoke web service action. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do is we will go to make.powerautomate.com and create a flow. First of all, what we will do is we will click on instant cloud flow, and here I will give the name as invoke cloud flow from desktop flow, and here I will choose the trigger as manually. Click on create. I will change this designer to classic designer. After this, I will look for an action which is called as compose, and then I will print hello. After this, what I will do is I will delete this trigger and I'll go to the premium, and from here I will search HTTP, and then I will choose the trigger as when an HTTP request is received. To be able to use this trigger, you need to have the premium license. For the testing purpose, you can start your trial license and test it out. After this, what I will do is I will choose the trigger as anyone, and I need to provide the schema. Okay, as per our process that we will be creating in the desktop flow, we will pass 3 parameters. Okay, so for example, input, the key is going to be input 1, and it will have some value, let's say 5. Then I'll pass another parameter which is going to be 6. This I'm doing just to generate the schema, and then the next key is going to be result. So let's say 12. I will click on done, and now you can see that the schema has been generated. Okay, now I will click on save. The moment I will save it, you will see that a URL will be generated here. You can see the URL has been generated. I will copy it, and then I will go back to the Power Automate desktop. Now I will go to the variable section, and from here I will use set variable, and here I'll paste the URL which I copied from there, and I will name this variable as API URL. Now you can see that it is giving the error as invalid value. The reason behind that is because we have this percentage sign. So to escape these issues, what I will do is I will put it like this. I will copy this entire thing. So inside double percentage sign, I will grab single percentage sign in single quotes. remove that, and then again I'll paste it, then I will click on save. So this is the URL which I'm going to use in my invoke web service action. Now what I want to do is I want to take the input from the user and then sum it in the calculator and get its value and pass it to the Cloudflow. For that, what I will do is I will use the input dialog. So I'll go to the message boxes. From here I will use display input dialog. In the title I will give as input 1. I will change the variable name as input 1, and I will enable this option so that this window remains always on the top. I will click on save, and again I will take display input dialog. Here I will specify the title as input 2, enable this option and give the variable name as input 2. Okay. After this, what I want to do is I will open the calculator application, and now what I will do is I will go to the UI automation, and from here I will take click UI element in window. I will click on UI element and then click add UI element, and then from here I will select a button. So I'll press Ctrl and left mouse click to capture the element. The element has been captured. I will enable this simulate action so that it is able to click the button in the background without bringing that window in the foreground. I will click on save. After this, I want to again click on the calculator. So I will take click UI element in window and then again click on add UI element, and then select this plus icon so that we can sum the value. So I'll press Ctrl and left mouse click. The button has been captured. I will enable the simulate action and then I will click on save. I will again take the click UI element in window so that I can click on input 2. I will click on UI element, add UI element, and this time I'll take another element. So I will press Ctrl and left mouse click. The button has been captured. I will enable this option so that it is able to click the button in the background, and then I will click on save. And in the last, what I want to do is I want to get the sum of that value. So I will use get details of the UI element in window. I will click on add UI element and I will highlight this area to capture the sum. Element has been captured. I will name it as result. and this time I will disable this option so that it is working in the background, and then I will click on save. Okay, now we need to modify the selector. For that, what we are going to do is we will go to UI elements. From here I will open this selector and enable the text editor, and here I will remove this 8, click on select variable and choose input 1. Again open the another selector, enable the text editor, remove this 2 and select the variable which is input 2. I will click on save. So we have modified the selector now. Now what we want to do is we want to test it. So first of all we will click on run. I'll pass 4, then 7, and you can see the result is 7. So what is happening here is that we need to click on equals to icon. So we will take this click UI element in window, and from here we will click on add UI element, and now we will click on equals to icon. So this element also has been captured. I will enable the simulate action and click on save. So now what it will do is first it will click on the first input value, then plus icon, second input value, then equals to, and then it will extract the result. We will clear the calculator and now we will run the bot. First input is going to be 5, second is going to be 8, and now here you can see that the result is 13. Now what we want to do is we want to pass these data to the Cloudflow. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will go to the HTTP. From here I will choose Invoke web service. From the URL I'll choose API URL. Method always must be post. Accept parameter is going to take as application/JSON, and same thing is going to be in the content type. The request body, now we are going to pass the request. Okay, so the parameter should match as it is in the Cloudflow. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will go to the Cloudflow. Here you can see that we have given it as input 1 and here it is input 2. So we will modify it, we'll make it input 2, and the third parameter is going to be result. So we have to pass these keys according to that. I will save the Cloudflow. The first parameter, which is input 1, and so we'll pass the variable which is input 1 comma input 2 input 2, and then the last one is going to be result. Now here what we have to do is we need to make sure that encode request body is disabled and accept untrusted certificates is enabled. Now I will click on save. You have noticed that when we use get details of the UI element in window, we are getting the result as displays 13. We do not want display is. For that, we will use the text function, which is replace text. Input is going to be the result variable. We want to find display is, and we want to replace it with nothing. And this is going to be stored again in the result. I will click on save. And now we will test the bot. I will click on run. Input variable is going to be 6 and 9. The flow has been executed successfully. I will go back to the cloud flow, and here I will refresh the run. You can see that it has been executed successfully, and now you can see that we have got both the input values and the result of it. Okay, let's say you want to use these values. For that, what you will do is you will come to the compose, and from here you can take as input 1. So you can print it like this: input 1, then new line, input 2, colon, and the last one is going to be result. Right? Now I will click on save. I will hide this. Now I want to add another action, which is respond respond to Power App or flow. And this is going to take the output variable as text. Its name is going to be final result, and the output is going to be in the outputs. I will click on save. And now I will run the bot. Input 1 is going to be 5, then 3, you can see that our flow has been executed, and you can see the final result is input 1, which is 5, input 2 is 3, and the result is 8. Same thing we can check in the cloud flow, and now here you can see that it is having this final result. You can see all the input and the result. So this is how you can use the invoke web service action to call the cloud flow from the desktop flow in Power Automate Desktop. If you like this video, please click on the like button and please subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you have any question, please post it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.